EMU is a really good school. I really, really do love the school. I think that this is where I was meant to be.
We see it as part of our mission to help students who are serious about learning to be successful. We also have students that we admit that we believe have the potential to be successful, and then we provide a specific advocacy program for those students.
Originally I came to play volleyball. There's not very many schools with a Division III men's volleyball program, but that's not why I stayed. The team itself has been incredible, but the Christian aspect, the small size, and the diversity of students here is really what kept me.
Well, I think the first thing that people should understand about EMU is that we are very much intimately related to the Mennonite Church. The values of the Mennonite Church really infuse this institution in many, many ways, even though we are not assuming that all of our students will be Mennonite, and approximately one-half are not. I'm looking for students that are persons who want an adventure, and I say that because we do require a cross-cultural experience, and that's a wonderful opportunity. We're obviously looking for students that want a high-quality academic experience because we are a traditional liberal arts curriculum with a very strong focus on professional programs.
If you want to go into nursing, you have to start out your first 2 semesters with just taking all your gen eds, because your last 2 semesters are basically in the hospital doing what you want to be doing for the rest of your life, and you get real life experience. You're not just sitting in a classroom every day.
I started out at a big state university, and it was about 22,000 undergraduate students, and there I just felt lost in the shuffle. My first semester at EMU I actually was really sick, and I was in the hospital for over a week, and I missed 3 weeks of classes. I had faculty that I didn't even know, professors that had only had me in class for a month. They were coming there bringing flowers, cards, that they felt that even just as a student at EMU, I'm part of that community.
I think that people don't realize how much diversity we have, how much excellence we have. We have the caliber of faculty that could be at any Ivy League school. They choose to be here because they want to have that interaction with students. They want to actually teach the students and be co-learners with the students.
One thing that I've really enjoyed is the size of classes, because you get to know your classmates as well as the professors that are teaching the class.
Our professors know the students really very, very well on a one-to-one basis. They know them by name. They know them by strength. They know what some of their challenges may be.
I love my professors this semester, and I love that I can go up to them and be like, listen, I don't feel good, or I'm not understanding this, and they will set out time, and they will sit with you, and they will say, this is what you're struggling in, this is what we can do.
The involvement that you get to know them outside of class is the really cool thing about EMU. It's not uncommon to, see a prof and ask them and see if they want to go to Common Grounds and have a cup of coffee and discuss something maybe that you were discussing in class.
I'm struggling through some of my classes, and I know that that's a good thing, and I'm being pushed to that extent that I know these things, so when I graduate here, I know what I'm going to do, and I'll be a good nurse.
I like to think we're a small campus that gives that small town feel and small community feel, but we also have a global and international flavor to us.
I'm from the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is the big country in the middle of Africa. My family moved here in '99, mainly because of the situation in the Congo.
I think the thing that's unique about EMU in this community is that we bring a lot of students in from other states, but many of them stay in this community. And it's both because they like it and because they're in professions that are desperately needed.
The cross-cultural program has been at EMU for over 20 years as a requirement for all students. We figured that it's something that would be very valuable, that would fit within our goals as a university, to live in a global community, to serve.
I was on a fall cross-cultural to Europe, half in Switzerland, half in Italy. Traveled all over Europe. Total, I went to over 7 different countries. I mean, that was just probably the most amazing experience that I've ever had.
I went to the Middle East, and we went to Egypt, we went to Jordan. We spent a month in the West Bank and then about a month also in Jerusalem. I learned things that I would never have been able to learn if I hadn't come to EMU and have been able to go on the cross-cultural.
Probably the most frequent thing that we get is that this has been the most important semester of my life.
On our campus, you would find some of the traditional resident hall dorm experiences. You'll find suites where a group of students can live together in a suite, and then you will find intentional community where students live together in a house.
I live in Oakwood 3rd, and I have a very awesome roommate. The guys in the hall, we do a lot together. It's a fun group. 2 weeks ago, there was like 12 of us in the lounge at the same time. Somebody was like, wow, it's like a big, happy family. I like it about here.
We compete in the Division III of the NCAA, and more specifically in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference, ODAC. I'm told, and I think my experience would indicate that this is true, that the ODAC is one of the stronger D3 divisions, NCAA divisions in the country.
My favorite part about life at EMU is it's just a social setting, like this small community. Soccer has been really it really connected me quick to the community, especially just meeting friends and like people like introducing themselves because they see me on the field playing. And EMU is relatively small enough for me to stay focused with my academics as well as the extracurricular.
At EMU, you would find the kind of clubs and student activities that you'd find at most any other college, from a chess club to literary groups, honor societies, those kinds of things.
Currently, I'm treasurer of SGA, which is the Student Government Association, and captain of the volleyball team. There's always ways to get involved here, and especially with a smaller campus, there's not competition for leadership roles. If you want to do something and you want to be a leader on campus, it's accessible to you.
I learned so much from our students, and I'm so impressed with our students. They model for me many of the things that I think we need to be about in this world.
EMU is what you make of it. There's so many opportunities for leadership, spiritual growth, anything you can imagine, that if you really want to do anything and you take the initiative, anything's possible. You can do anything.
I think the most important thing is in a college is seeing the faith like spiritually, but also as like a campus and a community, and just watching the people and how they interact with each other.
If I wouldn't have gone to EMU or come to EMU, I definitely would have taken probably a pretty different direction in my life than I have, and I would never have met the friends that I've made here, which have made my experience 100 times better than I ever thought it could be.
It's a wonderful place. I'm having fun, and I don't regret my decision for coming here at all, and I'm looking forward for 3 more years. Although I feel like it's going fast, I want the time to slow a little bit so I can have more fun.
You know, we say that we educate students to live in a global economy.